So here's just a couple of useful tips for you. Everything should be done from the open zip side, so then as you are folding, all the residual air is coming out of the suit very easily. So always stand on the open zip side. The zip is right open to the top, and the object of the exercise here is to get a package which is only as wide as the visor. So we'll be using the visor as a template for the whole package. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do from my side here is reach over and locate the edge of the visor. And just by pushing the fabric, I can get a crease all the way down to the boot. And I just want to maintain this position here, so I'm going to just hold it in place and fold the arm down. I'm trying to take out as many creases as I can. And now I'm going to do the same on this side by putting all the fabric over there. And now I can fold the head, and for this I just want to make sure that the valves do not sit on top of each other. So I'm just going to fold the valves in to a position where they're not on top of each other. And on this side, of course, we've got the zip and the Velcro. So now I'm going to close the zip down to a certain point, making sure the internal hose is in place and coiled away. And now I'm going to close the Velcro, and hopefully you can see that the Velcro, when it's closed, gives you a nice line down from the side of the visor all the way down to this leg. And those two folds that I created are really what I'm going to maintain all through the process of putting the suit away. And if you were to look down the length of the suit from the head to the boots, then the whole body of the suit is within the line, the outer line of the visor. And as long as I maintain those two lines, I can always pack the suit away quite easily. First of all, we have to contend with the central hump, which covers the breathing apparatus. So you just fold that down as neatly as you can, making sure again that everything is inside the two lines that we've created. Once you do that, you can now fold the boots up. You have to fold the boots up first. They're the heaviest part of the construction of the suit. So let's get them in place first. So I'm bringing the leg up and just turning it in so that the heel is on the outside. And I'm bringing the heel roughly to where the arm of the suit is joining the body of the suit. I can do the same with the second boot and just turn it again so it's in place with the first boot. And I'm not building any height into the packaging by putting the boots on top of each other. I'm just moving this one back slightly so there's less chance of building any height into our package. You will need to just tidy up the end here by just pushing the excess fabric into the boot itself. And now we need to deal with the arms. Again, you're going to be folding the arm over directly, just making sure that we've maintained the line down from the visor, and then the arms can go up to the head. I'll do the same on this side, bring the arm over directly, again making sure I've got my outside line nice and straight. Fold the gloves up towards the head, and now the final fold is to take the body of the suit over the boots. And again, we don't want to build up any height by putting the cuffs on top of the cuff of the boot. So it's always important to make sure that the cuffs are set away slightly from the actual boot cuff. And I just make sure that they're done in that little recess there. And once you've done that, you end up with a finished package. You can even pull the hood down over the back of the legs to give you a nice kind of clean end of the package. And that's a simple folding method for gas tight suits. It all depends on those first two lines down the suit. Once you've established those, then you should always be in a position where this will go back into its packaging, whether it's a bag or a box. Predominantly, users will have an internal plastic bag like this, and this is normally used to show the next user that the silk has been tested and it is now fit for purpose. It's got a tight fitting plastic bag, so once this is on, it is normally sealed with a heat sealer. Once again, proving that the silk hasn't been tampered with and it is fit for purpose and ready to wear. So once this bag is in place, if there are any accessories that need to go in here, maybe a has bag or some sea boot socks or cleaning fluid or things like that, this can go into the bag now. And normally we would have a sealing unit here, and we would seal the bag off completely. And then the wearer knows that the silk is now fit for purpose and he can use it again. In my experience, there is not a problem by just snipping the corner off here to allow all the excess air to come out of the bag. You can then put it back into the box or the bag a lot easier. But please don't just stick your finger through it and rip it, because then the customer will think that the bag has been damaged and therefore the silk is damaged. So if you are going to allow the trapped air out of the bag, please make a nice neat cut in the corner, a little dog ear off the corner, and then you won't have a problem at all. Okay, so once that's inside there, it's now ready to go back into its normal storage. And in this case it's a blue PVC bag. So I'm just getting this into place. And with this mode of storage, they are normally stored with a visor on one side of the bag, which is exactly the way I'm putting this in. Different customers have different storage practices, so it's always good to check with them. And you can then fasten the Velcro. Put any paperwork we need to do in the bag, maybe a certificate of test. You then close the bag, and then we have the option of putting a tie through there, again showing externally that the silk hasn't been tampered with. We also then put a servicing sticker on here, showing the user when the silk has been serviced and when the next scheduled service is. Clearly if they use the silk, then they know they have to have it serviced anyway. And that's our bag properly stowed.